Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. A morning without George, the GMA shakeup and a new chapter for Stephanopoulos. The bustling heart of New York City never truly slows down, and neither does Good Morning America. Yet on the morning of Monday, February 17, something was different. Viewers tuning in for their daily dose of news, entertainment, and familiar faces found themselves greeted by a temporary lineup change. George Stephanopoulos, Robin Roberts, and Michael Strahan, pillars of the show's dynamic chemistry, were all absent. Instead, Gio Benitez, Rebecca Jarvis, and Eva Pilgrim led the broadcast, seamlessly guiding the audience through the latest headlines. Though capable and charismatic, their presence was a reminder of just how much the show's core trio had come to define mornings for millions. The reason behind the switch was simple. It was President's Day. The national holiday offered a well-earned break for George, Robin, and Michael, allowing them to extend their weekend and recharge before returning to their usual roles. For George, however, the timing was particularly significant. His latest professional achievement, a nomination for an Audio Award for his book, The Situation Room, had just been announced, marking yet another milestone in his storied career. A career defined by storytelling. Few names carry as much weight in political journalism as George Stephanopoulos. From his early days as a senior advisor in the Clinton White House to his transition into broadcasting, he has spent decades shaping the national conversation. His book, The Situation Room, published in 2024, quickly became a New York Times bestseller. A deep dive into the secretive and high-stakes decisions made within the White House's most guarded space, the book captivated readers eager for a behind-the-scenes look at history's most critical moments. The nomination for an Audio Award, one of the most prestigious honors in the audiobook industry, was more than just a personal victory. It was an acknowledgement of his ability to translate complex political narratives into compelling, accessible storytelling. The upcoming March 4 ceremony in New York City promised to be an exciting moment for George, whether he took home the award or not. Yet, even as his professional achievements continued to pile up, George remained grounded in what mattered most: family. Balancing career and family. Despite a demanding career that required early mornings, long hours, and constant engagement with world events, George had always prioritized his role as a husband and father. His marriage to actress and author Ali Wentworth was built on humor, mutual respect, and a shared understanding of life in the public eye. Together, they had raised two daughters, Elliot and Harper, creating a home filled with love, laughter, and the occasional chaos of parenthood. For years, their family dynamic had been one of careful balance. George's rigorous schedule at GMA and Ali's creative endeavors, both of which required juggling professional and personal commitments. But as with all families, time brought change. The transition to an empty nest. In August 2023, George and Ali faced one of the most emotionally challenging milestones in parenting, sending their youngest daughter, Harper, off to college. Ali, never one to shy away from sharing her emotions, expressed her feelings openly on social media. "We dropped our baby off at college. Everyone is saying she's ready to launch, but I don't think I'm ready. I don't want to stop making pasta with vodka sauce, picking up wet towels, cuddling up to her familiar scent." As Joni Mitchell once wrote, "The bed's too big, the frying pan too wide." The sentiment resonated with parents everywhere. The empty nest transition is one that countless families go through, yet the emotions are deeply personal. The quietness of a house once filled with youthful energy can be both unsettling and bittersweet. George, a man accustomed to handling high-pressure political crises, found himself navigating an entirely different kind of transition. While he remained deeply invested in his work, he also had to adjust to a home that now felt just a little too quiet. Finding joy in the next chapter. In the months that followed, George and Ali slowly adapted to their new reality. The change though initially difficult, came with its own set of unexpected joys. Without the daily responsibilities of parenting under their roof, they found more time for each other. Date nights became more frequent, spontaneous weekend getaways were now possible, and they could finally binge-watch TV shows without interruptions. While their daughters were never far from their thoughts, they learned to embrace the freedom of this new stage in their lives. The house was quieter, but it also meant more opportunities to reconnect as a couple. And, of course, there was always the excitement of the occasional homecoming, when Elliot and Harper returned for the holidays or summer breaks, filling the house once again with the laughter and familiarity they cherished. George's future at GMA and beyond. Despite his evolving personal life, George's professional career remained as busy as ever. His role at GMA continued to be central, and his presence on the show was a daily staple for millions of Americans. The brief break over President's Day was just that, a break. By the following morning, he was back in his usual seat, engaging in insightful discussions, breaking down the latest headlines, and guiding viewers through the complexities of the news cycle. Yet, with his book continuing to gain traction and the audio awards approaching, there was also the possibility that his future could expand beyond television. Writing had opened new doors for him, allowing him to explore history and politics in a way that extended beyond morning news segments. Would he write another book, step further into the world of authorship, perhaps even delve into documentary storytelling? For now, George was content to take things one step at a time. His career had always been about evolution, and he understood better than most that life's biggest opportunities often come when you least expect them. The lasting impact of a familiar face. As the sun rose over Times Square on February 18, Good Morning America resumed as usual. George was back, Robin and Michael were in their seats, and the comforting rhythm of morning television returned to normal. For viewers, it was a reminder of why GMA had remained so beloved over the years. While the occasional lineup change was inevitable, there was something deeply reassuring about seeing familiar faces return. George Stephanopoulos was more than just a news anchor. He was a storyteller, a historian, and, above all, a family man. Whether guiding viewers through the complexities of world events or embracing the quieter moments at home, he continued to navigate life with the same curiosity and dedication that had defined his career. As March 4 approached, he looked forward to the Audio Awards with excitement, knowing that, no matter the outcome, he had already won in the ways that mattered most. And with each passing day, he embraced the changes in both his professional and personal life, knowing that the best stories, the ones worth telling, were always still unfolding.